Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Simple English Cast. I'm really happy you're here today. If you're listening right now, it means you want to improve your English in a simple and relaxed way. And that's exactly what we do here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Meera, and I'm so glad you're listening today. Alex, I love how you said simple and relaxed, because learning English doesn't have to be stressful.
Exactly, Meera. And to everyone listening, imagine we're sitting right in front of you having a friendly conversation, just talking with you.
Yes, think of this podcast like a casual chat. No pressure, no exams, no fear of mistakes. Just listening, understanding, and slowly improving.
So, Meera, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, Alex. It's been a calm day so far, and I'm excited to talk with our listeners today. What about you? How's your day going?
My day has been pretty good. I had a slow morning, a nice cup of coffee, and some quiet time. Those small things really help start the day well.
I agree. Sometimes a peaceful morning can change your whole mood for the day.
Absolutely. And speaking of mornings, that actually connects perfectly to today's topic.
Yes, today's topic is something everyone can relate to, daily routines.
That's right. Today on Simple English Cast, we're talking about daily routines, what we do every day, from morning to night.
And while Alex and I are talking, remember, we're also talking to you. You can listen, repeat, and even answer the questions in your mind.
Yes, if I ask Meera a question, you can pause and answer it yourself too. That's a great way to practice.
Alex, why do you think daily routines are such an important topic for English learners?
That's a great question. I think daily routines are important because they use very common verbs and time expressions.
Like wake up, eat breakfast, go to work, and go to bed, right?
Exactly. These are words we use almost every day in real life.
And when learners know these words, they feel more confident speaking.
Yes, confidence is key when learning a language.
Alex, do you remember when you were learning another language? Was talking about daily life helpful for you?
Oh yes, definitely. Talking about my daily routine helped me practice without feeling nervous because I already knew the content. I just needed the words.
That's such an important point. You already know your life. Now you're just learning how to talk about it in English.
Now, to everyone listening, let me ask you something. What time do you usually wake up?
Yes, think about it. You don't have to say it out loud, but try forming a sentence in your mind.
For example, you can say, I wake up at 7 in the morning.
Or, I wake up early on weekdays and late on weekends.
See? Simple sentences, but very useful.
Alex, why don't you start by telling us about your morning routine?
Sure, Meera. And listeners, imagine I'm telling you about my morning.
Yes, listen carefully and notice the verbs and time words.
All right. On weekdays, I usually wake up around 6:30 in the morning. I don't love waking up early, but I do it because it gives me more time.
I totally understand that feeling.
When I wake up, the first thing I do is turn off my alarm. Then I sit on my bed for a minute because I'm still a little sleepy.
That's very honest and very relatable.
After that, I get out of bed and go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth and wash my face.
Those are two actions everyone does.
Yes, and after washing my face, I feel more awake.
That's a great phrase. Feel more awake.
Then I go to the kitchen and make myself a cup of coffee.
I knew coffee was coming.
Of course. While the coffee is brewing, I usually check my phone.
What do you check first, messages or emails?
Usually messages first. Then I quickly check emails to see if there's anything important.
Many listeners probably do the same thing.
Now, let me ask you something. Do you check your phone in the morning?
And if yes, what do you check first? Messages, social media, or emails?
Try to answer in English in your head. For example, I check my messages first.
Alex, after coffee and your phone, what do you do next?
After that, I take a shower. I like taking a shower in the morning because it helps me feel fresh.
That's another useful word, fresh.
Then I get dressed. I usually wear comfortable clothes because I work from home.
That's nice. Comfort is important.
Yes. After getting dressed, I eat breakfast.
What do you usually have for breakfast?
My breakfast is usually simple. I often eat toast with eggs or oatmeal with fruit.
That sounds healthy and easy.
Listeners, now it's your turn again. What do you eat for breakfast?
Try to make a full sentence like, I usually eat bread and fruit for breakfast.
Meera, your turn now. Tell us about your morning routine.
Of course. And listeners, imagine I'm talking directly to you. I usually wake up at 7 in the morning. I like waking up early, but not too early.
That sounds like a good balance.
When I wake up, I stretch a little and then get out of bed.
Stretching in the morning feels great.
Yes, it helps my body wake up. Then I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, and wash my face.
Very similar to my routine.
After that, I go to the kitchen and make tea instead of coffee.
Ah, tea person.
Yes. While my tea is ready, I look outside the window and enjoy a quiet moment.
That sounds peaceful. Meera, after you finish breakfast, what do you usually do next?
After breakfast, I usually prepare for work. I check my schedule and see what I need to do that day.
That's a good habit. Planning your day helps reduce stress.
Yes, it really does. Then I get my bag ready and make sure I have everything: my phone, my keys, and my notebook.
Very organized. Listeners, do you prepare your bag before leaving home?
Think about it and try to answer in English. For example, I check my bag before I leave home.
Meera, how do you usually go to work?
I usually go to work by car. My workplace is not very close, so driving is the easiest option.
How long does it take?
It usually takes about 20 minutes if there's no traffic.
That's not bad at all.
Yes, it's comfortable. I usually listen to music or a podcast while driving.
That's a great way to use travel time.
Yes, and listeners, you can listen to English podcasts while traveling too. It's very helpful.
Exactly. Now let me tell you about my commute. I usually work from home, but when I go out, I prefer walking if the place is nearby.
Walking is good exercise.
Yes. If the place is far, I take public transportation.
That's very common.
While traveling, I like to observe people, listen to music, or think about my day.
Now it's go turn. How do you go to work or school?
You can say something like, I go to work by bus, or I walk to school.
Simple sentences, but very powerful.
Meera, what do you do when you arrive at work?
When I arrive at work, the first thing I do is greet my colleagues.
That's very polite and friendly.
Yes. Then I turn on my computer and check my emails.
Emails again, part of modern life.
Absolutely. After checking emails, I start working on my tasks.
What kind of tasks do you usually have?
It depends on the day. Some days I write, some days I plan, and some days I attend meetings.
That variety keeps work interesting.
Alex, what does your workday usually look like?
My workday starts with planning. I make a list of things I need to do.
To-do lists are very helpful.
Yes. Then I start working on my computer.
Do you work for long hours?
I usually work for several hours with short breaks.
Breaks are important.
Yes. During breaks, I stretch, drink water, or walk around a little.
Listeners, let's practice together. Repeat these verbs in your mind.
Work, plan, write, read, attend meetings, take breaks.
These verbs are very useful when talking about work or study.
Meera, let's talk about lunch. What time do you usually have lunch?
I usually have lunch around 1 p.m.
And what do you usually eat?
I try to eat something light. Sometimes I eat a salad, and sometimes I eat a sandwich.
Do you eat alone or with others?
I usually eat with my coworkers.
That's nice. Lunch breaks are a good time to relax and talk.
Yes, we talk about work and sometimes about personal things too. What about you, Alex?
I usually eat lunch around noon. I often cook something simple at home.
That's convenient.
Yes, and while eating, I try not to work.
That's very healthy.
Yes, lunch should be a real break.
Now think about your lunch. What time do you eat lunch?
And what do you usually eat?
Try saying, I eat lunch at... I usually eat for lunch.
Meera, how do you feel after lunch?
Sometimes I feel energetic, but sometimes I feel a little sleepy.
That's very common.
In the afternoon, I continue working and attend meetings if needed.
Meetings can be tiring.
Yes, but they are important for communication.
I agree. In the afternoon, I usually finish my main tasks and prepare for the next day.
Alex, what time do you usually finish work?
I usually finish work around 5 p.m.
That's a good time.
Yes. When work ends, I close my laptop and try to stop thinking about work.
That's very important for mental health.
Now, listener, here's a question for you. What time does your work or study day finish?
Try answering in English. My work finishes at...
Meera, when your workday finishes, what do you usually do first?
After work, I like to take a few minutes to relax. I sit in my living room or sometimes on the balcony and just breathe.
That sounds peaceful. I do something similar. I change into comfortable clothes first. Then I usually sit with a cup of tea or water and take a few deep breaths.
Taking a moment to relax helps to separate work from personal life.
Exactly. Listeners, what about you? Do you take a few minutes to relax after work or school?
Try saying in English, I relax after work for blank minutes, or I like to sit and drink tea after work.
After relaxing a bit, I usually start my evening activities. Meera, what do you usually do in the evening?
In the evening, I like to do different things depending on my mood. Sometimes I read a book, sometimes I go for a walk, and sometimes I watch a movie.
That's a good mix. I usually spend my evening either cooking or working on small personal projects.
That's interesting. Cooking can be very relaxing and creative.
Yes, it is. And cooking also gives me a sense of achievement at the end of the day.
What do you usually eat for dinner?
I try to eat something healthy. Sometimes I cook rice with vegetables and chicken or pasta with a simple sauce.
Sounds delicious. I usually cook something simple too, like stir-fried vegetables or a sandwich if I'm in a hurry.
Sometimes I also order food if I don't feel like cooking. It's okay to take a break sometimes.
Yes, listeners, don't feel guilty if you order food once in a while. It's part of a balanced routine.
Exactly. Now, after dinner, there's usually one task most people do: washing the dishes.
Ah, yes. Not the favorite part of the day, but part of the routine. I usually wash dishes while listening to music or a podcast.
That makes it a little more fun. Listeners, you can say, I wash the dishes after dinner. Simple and useful. Meera, do you spend time with your family in the evening?
Yes, I do. We usually talk about our day or watch a show together.
That's wonderful. I also spend time with my family or sometimes call a friend if they're not nearby.
Even 15 or 20 minutes of conversation is enough to feel connected.
Yes, connection is very important. Listeners, you can practice by saying, I spend time with my family in the evening, or I call my friend after work.
Do you ever exercise in the evening?
Yes, sometimes I go for a walk or do light stretching. It helps me feel relaxed before bed.
I do the same. Even a short walk for 10 to 15 minutes helps my body and mind.
Listeners, you can try, I take a walk in the evening, or I do stretching exercises after dinner.
Now, let's talk about getting ready for bed. Alex, what do you do before sleeping?
Before sleeping, I usually take a shower, then I read a book or listen to an audiobook for about 20 to 30 minutes.
Reading before bed is a great habit. It helps the mind relax and prepares you for sleep.
Exactly. I usually go to bed around 10:30 or 11 p.m. What about you, Meera?
I try to sleep at 10:30 p.m. Getting enough sleep is very important.
Yes, around 7 to 8 hours of sleep helps our body and mind stay healthy.
Listeners, you can practice by saying, I go to bed at 10:30 p.m. or I try to sleep for 7 or 8 hours every night.
How is your weekend routine different from weekdays?
Weekends are more relaxed. I wake up later, around 8 a.m., and I usually spend more time on hobbies or visiting friends.
Yes, weekends are perfect for hobbies. I spend my weekends reading, watching movies, or sometimes cooking special meals.
And sometimes I go outside for a walk in a park or meet a friend for coffee.
That's a nice balance between rest and activity. Listeners, try saying, On weekends, I wake up later. Or, I spend my weekends doing hobbies.
Now let's review together some sentences about the evening.
I relax after work. I eat dinner at 7 p.m. I wash the dishes. I spend time with my family. I go for a walk. I read a book before bed. I sleep around 10:30 p.m.
And some weekend sentences. I wake up at 8 a.m. I go for a walk. I meet my friends. I do hobbies. I watch movies.
Listeners, repeat these sentences in your mind or out loud. It will help you remember daily routine words and time expressions.
Now we're going a little deeper. We're going to talk about how we feel during our routines and the challenges we face. Listeners, this will help you express your feelings in English, not just actions.
Meera, let's start with mornings. How do you usually feel when you wake up?
Honestly, Alex, I sometimes feel tired in the morning, especially if I slept late the night before. But after stretching and having breakfast, I start feeling energetic.
That's interesting. I feel the same way. Sometimes I feel sleepy or lazy in the morning, but after coffee and a shower, I feel ready for the day.
Listeners, you can say, I feel tired in the morning, or I feel energetic after breakfast.
And you can also add more details. I feel sleepy in the morning, but I feel awake after drinking coffee.
Yes, this is a good way to describe changes in feelings during the day.
Now, let's talk about work. How do you feel during your workday, Meera?
I feel focused when I'm working on tasks I like. Sometimes I feel stressed if I have many tasks or meetings.
That's very common. I also feel productive when I complete my tasks, but sometimes I feel tired or bored if I have long meetings.
Listeners, you can practice, I feel focused at work. I feel stressed when I have too many tasks. I feel happy when I finish my work.
Yes, describing feelings is very important. It helps you communicate more naturally. Meera, let's talk about challenges in daily routines. Do you face any problems sometimes?
Yes, sometimes I feel very tired in the evening and I don't have energy to do hobbies.
I understand that. Sometimes I feel lazy and don't want to cook or clean.
Listeners, you can say, I feel tired in the evening. I feel lazy after work, or I don't have energy to exercise.
Exactly. And you can also talk about solutions. For example, if I feel tired, I take a short nap or drink water. If I feel lazy, I listen to music to feel motivated.
Yes, that's very practical.
Now, Meera, let's try something fun. Let's tell our whole day as a story from morning to evening. Listeners, imagine we are telling a story directly to you.
Great idea. I'll start. I wake up at 7 a.m. I sometimes feel sleepy, but I stretch and get out of bed. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and go to the kitchen. I make a cup of tea and enjoy it quietly while reading some news. After tea, I get dressed in comfortable clothes. I usually wear a simple shirt and pants. Then I eat breakfast, yogurt with fruit and granola. I check my phone for messages and emails before leaving for work. I drive to my office, which takes about 20 minutes. During the drive, I listen to music or think about my tasks. At work, I greet my colleagues and check my emails. I start working on my main tasks and attend meetings in the afternoon. I have lunch at 1 p.m., usually a salad or sandwich. After lunch, I continue working and sometimes feel a little tired. I finish work at 5 p.m. and drive back home. At home, I relax for a few minutes, then start cooking dinner. After dinner, I wash the dishes and spend time with my family. In the evening, I go for a short walk and then take a shower. I read a book for about 30 minutes before going to bed at 10:30 p.m.
That's a full and clear story, Meera. Listeners, notice the verbs wake up, stretch, brush, wash, make, read, get dressed, eat, check, drive, greet, start, attend, finish, relax, cook, wash, spend, walk, take, read, go to bed. These are all common verbs for daily routines. Now it's my turn. I usually wake up at 6:30 a.m. I feel a little sleepy at first, but coffee helps me wake up. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and go to the kitchen. I make a cup of coffee and drink it while checking my emails. After that, I take a shower and get dressed. I wear simple and comfortable clothes for work. For breakfast, I usually eat toast with eggs or oatmeal. I drive to work, which takes about 25 minutes. During the drive, I listen to a podcast. At work, I plan my tasks for the day and start working on my computer. I attend meetings in the afternoon and sometimes feel stressed if there are many tasks. I take short breaks to stretch or drink water. I have lunch around noon, usually leftovers or a small meal. I finish work at 5 p.m. and drive back home. After work, I relax for a few minutes and then cook dinner. After dinner, I wash the dishes and spend time with my family. Sometimes I go for a walk or read a book. I take a shower before bed and read for about 30 minutes. I usually go to bed around 10:30 p.m., trying to get enough sleep for the next day.
Alex, that was very clear and detailed. Listeners, you can try telling your day like this too. It may take time, but speaking in full sentences will improve your fluency.
Let's practice some longer sentences together. I wake up at 7 a.m., brush my teeth, wash my face, and make tea before going to work. I usually eat lunch with my colleagues and talk about our day. After work, I relax, cook dinner, wash the dishes, and spend time with my family. I go for a walk or read a book before going to bed at 10:30 p.m.
Listeners, repeat these sentences slowly. Try pausing between phrases and saying them out loud. This is excellent practice for fluency and pronunciation.
Meera, let's start with the most important verbs we use today. These verbs are very useful when talking about daily life.
Yes, Alex. Listeners, repeat after us.
Wake up,
Get out of bed.
brush your teeth,
Wash your face.
take a shower,
Get dressed.
eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner,
Make coffee, tea, food.
go to work or school,
Take a bus, drive, or walk.
check emails, messages,
Work on tasks or projects.
attend meetings,
Relax. Watch TV. Read a book.
cook, wash dishes,
Spend time with family or friends.
exercise, or go for a walk.
Go to bed. Sleep.
These verbs cover almost everything we do every day. Listeners, try making sentences with each verb.
Next, let's review the time expressions we use today.
6 a.m., wake up.
7 a.m., breakfast.
12 p.m., lunch.
1 p.m., afternoon work.
4:30 p.m., finish work.
5 p.m., arrive home. Relax.
6:30 p.m., dinner.
10:30 p.m., bedtime.
Weekends, wake up later, more relaxed activities.
Yes, listeners, these time expressions help you talk about your day clearly in English.
Now, Meera, let's ask some questions to our listeners. You can answer in English.
Great idea. Here we go.
What time do you wake up every day?
2. What do you eat for breakfast?
3. How do you go to work or school?
4. What do you do after work or school?
5. What time do you go to bed?
Listeners, try to answer in complete sentences. I wake up at. I eat for breakfast. I go to work by. I relax, cook, read after work. I go to bed at.
Meera, let's do a fun quiz for our listeners. I'll say a sentence with a missing verb and you try to guess the right word.
Yes, Alex, ready.
Every morning, I up at 6:30 a.m. The answer is wake.
2. I blank my teeth and blank my face after getting out of bed. The answer is brush, wash.
3. I usually blank a cup of coffee before leaving home. The answer is make.
4. At 12 p.m., I usually blank lunch. The answer is eat.
5. After work, I blank for 10 minutes before starting dinner. The answer is relax.
6. At 10:30 p.m., I usually blank to bed. The answer is go.
Listeners, you can try making your own quiz too. It's a fun way to remember verbs and time expressions.
Alex, let's give our listeners tips to remember daily routine words.
Yes, Meera. Tip 1. Practice every day. Talk about your day in English, even if it's short sentences.
Tip 2, use visuals. Draw a simple schedule of your day and write verbs next to each time.
Tip 3, listen and repeat. Listen to English podcasts, repeat phrases, and try to speak them out loud.
Tip 4, make it fun. Try quizzes, storytelling, or speaking with a friend in English.
And tip 5, be patient and consistent. Learning takes time, but little steps every day make a big difference. Meera, any final words for our listeners?
Yes, Alex. Dear listeners, remember everyone has a daily routine, and it's a great way to practice English every day. Even talking about small actions like brushing teeth or having tea is useful.
Absolutely. Start small. Talk about your morning, then your afternoon, then your evening. Soon you'll be able to describe your whole day fluently in English.
And remember, Alex and I are always here talking to you, so you can imagine this conversation while practicing.
That's all for today's episode of Simple English Cast.
Yes, we hope you enjoyed our discussion and learned many new words, phrases, and time expressions.
Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast, like this episode, and share it with your friends who are learning English.
And please leave a comment below. Tell us, what is one thing you do every day that is part of your routine?
We would love to read your answers and maybe even discuss them in our next episode.
Thank you so much for listening today.
Keep practicing and see you next time on Simple English Cast.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.